is a no disqualifications match. Making his way to the ring from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero!
You know, guys, a lot of people in the WWE Universe live by John Cena's hustle, loyalty, respect mantra. I prefer Eddie's myself. Lie, cheat, and steal. So many historic memories of Latino heat. I know our colleague JBL speaks so highly of the respect he holds for Eddie Guerrero, one of the all-time greats.
One of the most fiery and passionate superstars in the history of WWE.
One of my all-time favorites. Eddie Guerrero is second to none.
Here comes the world's largest athlete.
Making his way to the ring, standing 7 feet tall, weighing in at 385 pounds, The Big Show!
A surefire Hall of Famer. There is no doubt about it. One of the all-time greats, The Big Show. Look at the size of him. Big Show more agile than we've seen him in years, and more dominant than he's been in years. A confident look on the face of the Big Show. Part of some of the all-time great moments in WWE history.
You remember when Big Show arrived in WWE? He burst through the ring. The destruction that's followed has been historic.
And his opponents, first, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds, The Game, Triple H.
It doesn't get much better than this guy. 6-man tag team action coming up next.
Actually, Cole, it can get better than this. Let me just find where they plugged in Saxon's mic. Give me a minute, I'll take care of it.
And his opponents, first, from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
The showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels has earned every single moniker bestowed upon him in his career. You are looking at one of the greatest of all time. The showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels has earned every single moniker bestowed upon him in his career.
his opponents. First, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds, The Game, Triple H.
Guys, it's now time for our mega 3-on-3 matchup.
And Michael, it'll be interesting to see how these two teams of three coexist. When you put in this many personalities on the same page, it's almost impossible to be on the same page 100% of the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have six-man tag team action coming up.
And given who's involved in this one, I assure you that you don't want to miss this one. Trust me.
These two superstars are set to lock up for their respective teams as this pedigree.
Got every ounce of that one. This could be over.
Did you see that? That was unreal.
Can he finish the job?
Oh, man, Big Show was in trouble.
We've got it covered. What a strike. That's not going to do it.
That's all right, Cole. Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Clothesline over the top. Looking for all the glory here. What a knockout punch. Oh, man. Boom, what impact. Bam, what a slap. Suplex. Oh, you powerbomb.
That might be it.
This might be it. Oh, my. Ooh, what impact. Oh, what a right.
Yeah, that's some attitude behind it.
Oh, what a forearm. Bam, what a slap. You gotta believe this one's over. Here he goes. Harsh impact. Is he done? Going for the cover.
Oh, nasty impact.
There he goes, crashing to the floor. Oh, what a slap. Oh, the old European uppercut. Not looking good for Shawn Michaels here.
I think it's safe to say that the action so far in this six-man tag team match is exactly what we expected.
If you want to see creativity and elevation in one move, check out Eddie's Frog Splash. Guerrero can land that on an opponent from almost anywhere.
Pedigree!
Heavy-duty right hand.
Ooh! Oh, pedigree!
I think this is the beginning of the end, Michael.
Incredible drop. What a stomp. Good grief. Harsh impact. What a strike.
Shawn Michaels.
Weapon of mass destruction.
Big opportunity here.
Eddie's father, Gory Guerrero, is credited with inventing. Big Show looking to end this quickly. He's looking banged up here, guys.
And it looks like things are about to get even worse. Overhand right lands. What a chancery.
Triple H is going to have to improvise.
Suicide dive!
Incredible.
Great move by him right there.
Yeah, let's see that one again.
Oh, my. Shawn Michaels, weapon of mass destruction.
That has got to be it.
This is exactly what Big Show's win. Eddie Guerrero looking for something big.
Ooh, what impact. The game getting absolutely...
What an amazing six-man tag match.
We got our money's worth with that one. Take a look.
These guys showed flashes in this match, but flashes don't exactly set the world on fire, as these highlights show very well. This match wasn't exactly a barn burner, but we can't expect every superstar to be on their A game every time, I guess.
Here are your winners, Eddie Guerrero and The Big Show.
Without even breaking a sweat, this one is over.
That's a big win right there. Anytime you can pin another WWE competitor's shoulders to the mat for the 3 count, you should be proud.
Wow. Just wow. I'm speechless. What an amazing match.
One of the most dominating factions in sports entertainment history.
The following contest is an elimination match. Making his way to the ring at a combined weight of 795 pounds, the Game, Triple H, the Animal Batista, and the Viper, Randy Orton. Evolution.
You are looking at perhaps the most decorated faction in WWE history.
A representation of the past, the present, and the future of WWE.
Led by Triple H, flanked by Randy Orton and the Animal Batista.
Yeah, in many ways, a once-in-a-lifetime collection of talented, Hall of Fame-worthy superstars, all under the banner of one stable.
A united front that is near unstoppable.
The Animal, the Game, the Viper.
3 surefire Hall of Famers on the same team, as devastating as they come. Power, strength, speed, agility, all led by the cerebral assassin.
Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, do you believe?
Sometimes.
And his opponents. First, from Brooksville, Florida, weighing in at 234 pounds, one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Bo Dallas.
This very day I wear a scar above my right eye thanks to the skull of Bo Dallas. A tough individual, surprisingly strong, deceptively fast, a third-generation superstar with a bright future.
And one of the most braggadocious superstars you'll find in WWE.
And his opponents. First, from Chaplin, Minnesota, weighing in at 228 pounds, one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Curtis Axel.
Very talented performer, multi-time champion.
I'm still not entirely sold on Curtis Axel. Sure, he's had glimpses of greatness, but he hasn't been able to sustain any sort of long-term success.
Corey, he was once a Paul Heyman guy. Paul Heyman saw something in this man.
Yeah, and then Paul Heyman kicked him to the curb because he wasn't what Paul Heyman thought.
You got to remember, your WWE career is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And Curtis Axel has been able to run that marathon for quite a few years now.
And his opponents. First, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz.
Go ahead, Corey. Tell us all about The Miz.
The Miz is the man who single-handedly turned SmackDown from the B show to the show. A star of stage, screen, reality television. Is there anything The Miz hasn't done?
Did The Miz pay you to say all that, Corey?
Absolutely not, Byron Saxton. I happen to be a hopeful for consideration for a Mizzy this year.
Really?
That's right.
Mizzy? Oh, come on.
That would be awesome, Corey.
That would be ridiculous.
Where would you put it?
On my mantle with my most prized possessions.
Why are you encouraging him, Michael?
I would love to have a Mizzy.
You guys are weird.
Triple H has created two of the greatest factions this industry has ever known in DX and Evolution.
He's got the shoulders down.
Nailed it. Haymaker connects.
There's a tag. Opponent off the ropes.
Big backdrop.
Very difficult position to be in right now.
Yeah, situations like this usually don't end very pleasantly.
Setting up for it. Look,
Beautiful technique.
I knew it was only a matter of time.
When I was Triple H here, I can't help but think how he's changed the face of the WWE over the years, including when he was the driving force behind the creation of Evolution in
Curtis Axel is getting ready here.
Uh-oh. And this. Game, set, match. This one is over. Michael started discussing Evolution in 2002 and the force they became. They represented the past with Flair, the present with Triple H, and the future with Randy Orton and Batista. You might not have liked them, but you had to respect them.
Not like Evolution. I loved them in Evolution because they took joy in angering just about everyone else. At one point in 2003, they held every men's championship on Raw. A true testimony to their dominance.
You gotta believe this one's over. Boom! Ooh! Oh no, we could be looking at a power bomb.
I think you're right, Cole. Look out.
Power bomb!
Whack! Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
Oof!
Thanks to Raw General Manager Kurt Angle, in May of 2017, the WWE Universe saw a dream team come together when the Hardy Boys joined forces with the Lunatic Fringe Dean Ambrose. The exciting trio took on Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz. Truth be told, both Miz and Ambrose blended in with their impromptu tag team partners.
Bring Schoolboy from behind.
This might be it! Oh my! Boom, what impact!
Nailed it.
Ooh, what impact!
Byron, we always make a point to talk about continuity amongst team members. In the six-man match, where Dean Ambrose teamed with the Hardys against Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz, both teams worked very well together. That surprised me since the...
Snapmare.
Oh! Incredible!
That's what he was looking for, Michael.
I think the end is near.
This might be it! Oh my! Boom, what impact!
When the WWE Universe first saw Curtis Axel, he competed under a different name during the second season of NXT. After seeing him in the Nexus faction and later winning WWE Tag Team Gold, we learned that this man was Curtis Axel, a third-generation superstar ready to take WWE by storm.
Crashing down the hard way.
And he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly shifted here, Michael.
Using the elbow as a weapon.
Corey, before you talk about Curtis Axel and his background, I'll take it a step further. Axel is son of WWE Hall of Famer Mr. Perfect and the grandson of legendary powerhouse Larry the Axe Hennig.
Over the past couple years, Curtis Axel's been part of some of the top contending tag teams, and he's one of the more vocal members of the faction, the Social Outcasts. Axel insists his future is bright, and I believe the third-generation superstar.
You gotta believe this one's over. Into the powerbomb position now.
And that's not necessarily where you want to be at this point.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, it's over. Randy Orton got the worst end of that stick.
That'll hinder your modeling career. I think things are about to get turned upside down.
I think you are correct.
Back in the ring again.
From behind, Schoolboy
Gets to the ropes, forcing the break.
And Michael, I have to question the decision to go for a submission so close to the ropes.
Incredible impact.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
What are we going to see here?
Hung up on the sleeve. What a drop kick. On the mark. spot for him to be in here, guys.
He's got to do something to get back in this thing. Nasty one right to the chest. A knee drop.
For someone to survive a battle against Randy Orton, two things are critical. One, do not fall victim to the Viper's mind games. He's a master in psychological warfare. And number two, stay away from the arcade.
We got to come back. Breaker. And he got a near fall out of it.
The Viper just will not die here tonight.
The Apex Predator is so dangerous in so many...
Bo Dallas setting him up. Perched across the top rope.
No!
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
He's got him covered.
Randy Orton has been eliminated.
Nasty impact.
Caught him.
Uh-oh, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Tornado DDT.
Viking DDT.
The biggest thing an opponent has to be aware of when they lock up with Bo Dallas is falling under an immediate attack. The Bo spirit has consumed Bo Dallas, and this man is more ferocious than ever.
Come on, schoolboy. He goes for the cover. The Bo Dallas we see now is much different than the individual who debuted in WWE in 2014. For someone challenging Bo Dallas today, they need to be ready to square off against a vicious individual.
What Bo Dallas has shown us is that he's willing to take out anyone at any time. An opponent must be ready for anything once they've been identified as Dallas's opponent. I mean, before they even get in the ring.
Irish whip. Oh, what incredible power. Wow, what a vertical suplex.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
When Batista returned to WWE in 2014, he brought with him a new repertoire of attacks and evasions. Corey, how does mixed martial arts impact someone's matches?
Holds, strikes, establishing control, already part of the superstar's DNA, Cole. Adding proficiency in mixed martial arts makes Batista a more complete competitor. It made the animal even more vicious. He's got a boatload of energy. See if it lasts.
Talking about Batista's MMA training.
Setting up for, looks harsh impact.
This is all but over.
Bo Dallas is calling for it.
I think it's about time to roll the dice, Cole. Beautiful technique.
What a clothesline! Ouch!
In 2016, the New Day found themselves in the middle of a sick and twisted rivalry with the Wyatt family. Things escalated to the point where Bray Wyatt invited the New Day to do battle at the Wyatt family compound. New Day accepted, but what followed was something no one expected or will ever be able to forget.
Big forearm smash.
Oh no, dangerous spot for him to be in.
He's got to figure out a way to get back in it, guys.
Corey, we've talked about six-man tag matches, and earlier you talked about one that caught the attention of the entire sports entertainment world. The New Day fought for survival amongst the darkness of the Wyatt family compound in a battle where pickaxes and cinder blocks were used as weapons, and Bo Dallas is in position. Superplex!
Victory is on the horizon.
Let's take another look at that.
Michael, that was amazing.
Batista is in position.
The biggest thing an opponent has to be aware of when they lock up with Bo Dallas is falling under an immediate attack. The Bo spirit has consumed Bo Dallas, and this man is more ferocious than ever.
Yeah, but it's all about sustaining that effort. Let's hope he can do it.
Ooh! The Bo Dallas we see now is much different than the individual who debuted in WWE in 2014. For someone challenging Bo Dallas today, they need to be ready to square off against a vicious individual.
What Bo Dallas has shown us is that he's willing to take out anyone at any time. An opponent must be ready for anything once they've been identified as Dallas's opponent. I mean, before they even get in the ring.
He's going for it all.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Ooh, what impact.
Face first off the barricade.
Oh,
Like a heavy bag.
crushing finale.
That should do it.
The Miz is calling for it.
Typical Bo Dallas here. If he only knew what we all really thought of him.
Skull-crushing finale.
But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize? There are times during a six-man tag match where the hostility between two teams overflows. The result is complete chaos, and all six superstars.
And scene.
Skull-crushing finale! Here's his moment, Michael.
Well, if it didn't work the first several times.
Oh, and he slammed his face right into the barricade. Ooh, what a jawbreaker.
Look out!
Side Russian leg sweep.
Oh, perfect form.
Byron, you talked about the moment in six-man tag matches when all semblance of order breaks down. Many times the two teams are so determined to tear each other apart that they don't pay attention to who the legal person in the ring is or where the referee is in their 10 count. That's a huge mistake.
In the throes of battle, superstars lose their composure, and what was a six-man tag match breaks down into a Pier 6 brawl. And if you don't keep an eye...
Look at Bo Dallas. That was the Bo Dazzler. That has got to be it. Devastating elbow. Something that is always important in a six-man match is having the ability to perform double-team moves. One of the things that successful six-man teams try and execute are double-team moves, and then have the third team member perform a signature or finishing maneuver to deliver maximum impact to an opponent.
Breaking the rules. This might be it. Oh, shows no mercy.
In that poor chair. It looks like a twisted heap. We've got a boatload of energy. See if it lasts.
Teamwork is always paramount in a six-man tag match. Superstars want to be able to have a level of teamwork where two members of the trio perform a double-team move, and the third member follows that up with a move so their opponent is really down for the count.
The key is to deliver the maximum amount of punishment to your opponent in the least amount of time. You have until the referee's count of 5. It's not like you have all day in the ring. But if your team of 3 can deliver that type of offense, your trio will be in good shape.
Oh, nasty impact. Boom!
You gotta believe this one's over.
When a superstar is in a six-man match, one of the most important things to remember is knowing when to tag out and get the fresh member of your team in the ring. We've talked about continuity many times on this program, but it's more than that. You don't want to try to do too much when you have other members of your team out there.
Have you ever seen a human being tossed like that? Beautiful technique. Nailed it.
The fist has been dropped.
Corey, you spoke about when a superstar is in six-man action and how crucial it is that they have the presence of mind to realize when they need to tag out. Not everyone who competes as part of a six-man team has the ability to do that. We've seen many times over the years that a superstar's inability to do that has cost their team the match.
We've also seen over the years that not all superstars play well roles. Some competitors are so dedicated to singles careers that when they are put in a six-man team, they become a bit lost. That's when a mistake could be made, and it could be very costly.
What a stomp. Good grief. Batista returned to WWE in 2014 in the best shape of his career. The Animal entered the Royal Rumble match and he's going for the pin.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
And the point of the elbow right in the nose.
Jeez. Oh, torturous knee.
Schoolboy. Oh, what a slam.
I want to go back to Batista's 2014 Royal Rumble win. The WWE Universe could not have voiced more displeasure at the fact that Batista won, even when he faced off against the much despised members of the Shield.
Yeah, it wasn't the hero's return he expected, but that didn't stop the Animal from crushing everything in sight on his road to WrestleMania.
There it is. The tag has been made.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way, Michael.
Big backdrop.
The end may be near. What a spine buster by the game.
It should be. Got the shoulders down. Yeah, I don't believe that he didn't win this match right there. Not yet. position for a power bomb.
And that's not a good place to be, Cole.
Looks like a power bomb coming up.
There may be no escaping this one, Cole.
Tonight, Triple H drops Seth Rollins with a pedigree, thus handing the WWE Universal Championship to Kevin Owens on a silver platter. Will go down as one of the most shocking events in WWE history.
No one could believe when Triple H appeared on Monday Night Raw in the first place, let alone sending Seth Rollins crashing to the canvas thanks to a pedigree. That one move changed the entire landscape of sports entertainment.
Not the fall that hurts, it's the sudden stop at the end.
What's Curtis Axel about to make happen?
Everyone knows that Triple H's career is one of the most accomplished in WWE history. But I've got to be honest,
Oh, what impact!
the game getting absolutely punished right now.
Corey, check this out.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Gotta wonder how this is gonna end, Byron.
Whatever happens, it's not going to be good. I can tell you that.
Dropped from above.
There may be no preventing the... Oh, and he makes the tag.
That was a game changer right there, Michael.
Byron mentioned still being bitter about Triple H bouncing him around a while back. Well, join the club of attacked announcers. He gave me a wedgie back when he started DX with Shawn Michaels. My advice, Byron, just get over it.
I'm sensing a trend here, fellas. Triple H has transformed from a dominant superstar to one of the sharpest businessmen the company has ever seen. Also, he gave me a contract instead of a beating, so I know he's smart.
Drop kick hits the mark.
Tremendous impact.
Curtis Axel is in position.
You can't let someone as talented and versatile as Curtis Axel get on a roll.
Beautiful, perfect plex.
Just when you thought he had nothing left.
Guillermo Batista has been eliminated.
Curtis Axel's awfully proud of himself right now. You better be careful.
When a third-generation superstar like Curtis Axel starts to settle into a groove offensively, it means that you're in for a long night. If Axel starts landing the heavy offense, it could be over in a hurry.
An opponent can't let Curtis Axel start rolling. Axel has so many types of maneuvers at his disposal that if he builds momentum and starts landing those classic heavy-hitting shots, an opponent's lights will be...
Curtis Axel has it hooked.
Perfect plex.
Game, set, match. This one is over.
The W.
What a six-man tag match.
Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Something tells me WWE fans will be discussing this six-man tag match for years to come, and I can't blame them.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. Count yourselves lucky, people. You might watch WWE for years and only see a match that good a few times.
Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, and The Miz. The Miztourage.
A very decisive victory here tonight.
You know, it didn't happen often, but I can attest, being pinned is humiliating.
And it's matches like this one that make SmackDown such a success. Thank you so much for joining us.
fall. Introducing first, accompanied by The Game, Triple H, and Mr. McMahon. From Greenwich, Connecticut, Stephanie McMahon.
I am so proud to call Stephanie McMahon my boss. She embodies everything a great leader should be. Grace, poise, dignity. And she's about to show the WWE Universe she can handle her business in the ring as well.
Some would say that perhaps her attitude leaves a little bit to be desired.
Well, then some better find their way to the unemployment line.
Well, I'm not me, I'm just saying.
The irresistible force.
And her partner, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
One of the most dominant women in WWE history.
Physically unparalleled in the women's division, Nia Jax has imposed her will on everyone that stepped in the ring as opposition.
An incredible pedigree for success for Nia Jax. She has accomplished so much in her young career in WWE. The sky is the limit. She has the pedigree.
Emma Bourne.
Nia Jax.
The Femme Fatale.
Plenty of star power in this tag team match, guys, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, Michael. In fact, if you ask me, all four of these competitors have what it takes to be top single stars here in the WWE.
Here we go, folks, as we kick off this tag team match.
Doesn't get any better than this. We're about to witness tag team action at its finest, fellas.
Harsh impact.
Shining Wizard!
Tag. We see Step. She goes for the cover.
In order to be a premier tag team, a superstar and their teammate must have that continuity where they're a well-oiled machine inside the ring. I'm talking about classic techniques like cutting the ring in half, isolating your opponent, relegating them to your corner, and making frequent tags so that the fresh man is always in the ring. That's how you keep your opponents off balance.
Ooh! Bringing it back into the ring.
Corey, a few moments ago, you took us through what it takes for a tag team to be successful. Continuity between tag team partners is crucial. When a team is able to keep one opponent in the ring for an extended period of time without making a tag, they're able to focus their attack on one individual and one body part.
And that's when things really start to take shape if you're on the tag team that's in control of the match. When you look at the tag teams who dominated this business, all of them worked well together as a unit and were able to keep an opponent in the ring long enough to make that adversary the focal point of their assault.
Oh, Corey, he unloaded there. You gotta believe this one's over.
Oh, nasty impact.
Heavy duty right hand.
Nailed it. Leapfrog.
We may be looking at a power bomb here.
That's exactly what it looks like to me, Cole. Man, this is gonna hurt.
That's going to leave a mark. She's getting closer, Corey. Look out. There's the tag.
And that changes the entire outlook for these women, Michael.
Big punch finds its mark.
Harsh impact. Hip attack. So sudden. Dominating shoulder tackle.
Boom, what impact.
Oh, what a crash.
Ooh, what impact. She might have it.
Oh, that creates a big opening here. In a tag team contest, a superstar and partner lock up against another duo. Unless there's a special stipulation added to the match, the traditional rules of a singles match apply in terms of winning the match via pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification.
This might be it. Oh, my. Headbutt. Bang! In a standard tag team match, one competitor is in the ring against an opponent, and their teammate is in their corner standing on the ring apron. I should also point out that the competitor in the ring, as far as the referee is concerned, is the legal man. Only the legal man can attempt to score a fall over an opponent or be defeated by an opponent.
In a tag match, when a superstar tags their partner, the person who tagged out has until the referee's count of 5 to exit the ring. For a tag to be considered legal, both of the superstar's feet have to be on the apron. The partner must be touching the tag rope in the corner. Both team members must touch, and the referee must see the tag be made.
Beautiful technique.
We're looking at complete domination here. This might be it. Oh, my. Nia Jax is the most powerful woman in WWE, and we've seen her dominate opponents without breaking a sweat. Guys, how do you prepare for the irresistible force?
Nia Jax is one of the most dominant competitors from a physical perspective. When she has the right mindset, nobody can compete with the irresistible force. Your best bet is to play the mental game with Nia. Oof! It'll destroy your face.
Oh, hanging on for dear life. What a slam!
Impactful.
Will jar your spine.
Talking some more about strategy against Nia Jax. Corey brought up that an opponent might have an advantage if they can get inside the head of the irresistible force. Do you agree, Byron?
Well, I'm not a fan of trash talking, but Nia has proven to be thin-skinned against the likes of Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. But you do run the risk of angering the most imposing woman on the WWE roster.
Here's a cover.
Over the last few years, the tag team scene in WWE is hotter than it's ever been. One of the teams that has shined brighter than any other is the New Day. Xavier Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston are two-time tag team champions. But it was their second reign that put the New Day name in WWE history books forever.
The tag team competition. She goes for the cover.
Tag team history was made when the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions were crowned at Backlash 2016. The unlikely duo of Rhino and Heath Slater caught lightning in a bottle and ran through the tag team title tournament. In the finals, Rhino and Slater took on the Usos to see which team would be the inaugural Tag Team Champions.
Ooh! Oh, Bulldog!
One-handed.
There was a lot on the line in the tag team tournament finals. The Usos wanted to add another tag team title reign to their resume and enjoyed the recognition of being the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The team of Rhino and Heath Slater
was a team no one expected to be in the finals. Slater had extra motivation because he was fighting for a WWE contract.
And at one point, it seemed like the Usos had everything well in hand, but Rhino and Heath Slater refused to lose. After a gore from Rhino practically cut Jimmy Uso in half, Rhino and Heath Slater went from an unlikely tag team to the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Never say never in WWE is absolutely right.
Nia Jax did not waste any time in becoming a dominant force in NXT. After cryptic vignettes declared that Nia wasn't like most girls, she proved it by laying waste to NXT's best en route to Women's Championship contendership.
Look at this. She can do no wrong here. Going back to Nia Jax's NXT days, she really displayed her dominance. She's looking at it.
Look at her.
Boom, what impact.
That's it. That's what she needed. Oh, man, Nia Jax doesn't even know where she is.
Point of the elbow, nailed it.
Face first off the barricade. Beautiful technique. Oh, nasty impact.
Bam, what a slap.
Ooh, what impact.
Bam, what a slap.
You gotta believe this one's over.
And here we go now. Elbow drop with authority. Nia Jax, the irresistible force, is in action here. As her name implies, she's a tough competitor to overcome. Any ideas of how an opponent can prepare for Nia?
I'd say it's nearly impossible to take down Nia, but the few times Jax has lost has been due to competition with serious submission skills. We've seen arm bars and sleeper holds make the few dents in Nia's otherwise impressive records. She is on fire.
Going back to the discussion of submission holds succeeding against Nia Jax, Bayley used a sleeper hold to retain the NXT Women's Championship, and Asuka locked in an armbar for 2 whole minutes to beat Nia on Raw. And then there's Ronda Rousey, who skillfully used her variety of submissions against the irresistible force.
Yeah, but we're talking about Ronda Rousey, Bayley, and Asuka here. 3 of the most skilled competitors in WWE going for broke.
She appears to be in complete control of this one.
Harsh impact.
And Nia Jax powers out.
Nailed it. It's over.
Oh, man, Nia Jax doesn't even know where she is. Luthez press.
Boom!
Nice back rotation suplex.
They call Nia Jax the irresistible force, and she's proven that moniker true as she's overpowered the competition in NXT and WWE.
You ain't kidding, Cole. In both NXT and WWE,
She'd tear through up-and-coming competitors in just a minute or two. She also turned in some dominating performances against the likes of Bayley, Sasha Banks, Alicia Fox, and Mickie James.
Oh, right to the back. This might be it.
Oh, my. The two of you were discussing Nia Jax being irresistible. A win like that says a lot about a duo. This match is underway, and whether anyone likes it or not, Stephanie McMahon is going to show us what she can do. In fact, I think when the fans sound off in disgust, it motivates her to be even more combative.
Guys, the tag team scene in WWE right now is so impressive, and these two tandems are a lot of the reason why.
Vicious strike. Nailed it. Perhaps a powerbomb here, Corey.
that certainly seems to be the case.
Into the powerbomb position now.
And that's not necessarily where you want to be at this point in the match.
Boom, what impact.
Harsh impact.
Double leg takedown. Schoolboy out of nowhere. No, they're not done yet, not even close.
She's still in this one.
Looking a little dazed here.
Yeah, she's definitely not looking herself right now, Cole.
Big elbow. Oh, man, what a leg drop.
She goes for the cover.
my opinion, Stephanie McMahon has got to get back into this. What are your thoughts?
At this point, she really needs to think about making a tag to her partner.
Ooh!
Tag made. We've seen some great chemistry from this team here, Michael.
Yeah, incredible chemistry. Oh, and enziguri. And guys, we're seeing Stephanie McMahon in a tough situation.
Her tag team partner has to be concerned at this point.
Warm up the buses, fellas. This one's over. There's no way she can come back from this.
There it is. Hurricane Rana.
When a superstar is in a tag team match and has endured heavy amounts of punishment, they must find a way back to their corner to tag their partner. Something that they...
Oh, launch to the outside. This won't be good for their opponent. Suicide dive.
But is it enough to put Stephanie away? The night could be over for Stephanie McMahon.
Corey, you touched on this before. Part of a tag team's ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment and make their way to their partner when they need to tag out. One way to do that is to create that separation you spoke of so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner.
You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of having a tag team partner if you're not able to get to them when you got to tag out of the match? Getting that separation is key in breaking any momentum your opponents could have, may be the difference between a win and a loss. Maybe even more.
Beautiful technique. There it is. Hurricane Rana.
All measured up.
Ah, drop kick to the spine.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Oof. Strong kick.
My goodness.
This is it. Ooh, what impact.
But is it enough to put Stephanie away? Stephanie McMahon is in trouble.
Here comes Stephanie McMahon.
Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment created a double-team finishing maneuver. The spike pile driver from Anderson and Blanchard, the heart attack from the Hart Foundation, the rocker dropper from the Rockers, or the Doomsday device from the Road Warriors. A team needs to have a tag team finisher and be able to execute that finisher on all types of opponents.
Keep your eye on this one.
Woo-wee. Oh, what a chop.
That'll light you up.
Corey, a few moments ago, you mentioned some of the great tag team finishing moves in sports entertainment history. Don't forget about the 3D from the Dudley Boys, or the double drop kick from the 2017 WWE Hall of Famers, the Rock and Roll Express. In tag team action, like in singles competition, once a duo nails their opponent with their finisher, that should signal the beginning of the end.
Looking for the win. Oh, that was a long way down. Oh, incredible combo.
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw tag,
She might have it. Boom! She's in a bad way here, Byron.
Don't count her out yet, Michael.
Whoa! Cross body.
Oh, debilitating elbow drop.
Oh, nasty impact.
The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in the 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a brogue kick rocked Jeff Hardy.
Look out, look out. This could be it. But is it enough to put Stephanie away?
Stephanie, boom, what impact.
But is it enough to put Stephanie away?
How did he do that? We know what's coming here. This might be it.
Oh, my. She's back in full control now.
Back now inside the ring.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Oh, going to the top. High risk.
Do what you gotta do to maintain the advantage.
Byron, she has no idea where she is right now.
And I assure you, the top of that turnbuckle is not where you want to be when you're in this kind of condition.
She's so close. There it is. She's made the tag.
And her partner is on absolute fire right now.
Short arm clothesline.
Oh, man. That looks like it hurts.
This is all but over.
Now, that's how you prove your dominance.
She goes for the cover. And she kicks out with relative ease.
She's still in this one.
Incoming. Ooh, what impact.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. Hooked up. Oh, that might have just broken something. Good night.
Good grief.
What's he doing? In position for a power bomb.
And that's not a good place to be, Cole.
Harsh impact.
Gonna try for something else here.
I'm not sure what the plan is here, Michael.
Oh, that'll break the hold.
Nice move, Cole. I did not see that coming. Oh!
There have been times in sports entertainment when unlikely duos have formed, and over time they develop and bond and become an outstanding tag team combination. The team that immediately...
Here we go. She better do something fast. I don't think anyone thought Cesaro and Sheamus would develop into a premier tag team. Over time, the superstars realized that they were better as allies than as enemies. And when they combined their incredible strength, the results were something that couldn't be ignored.
It was really unbelievable to witness the evolution of Cesaro and Sheamus as a team. We saw them improve every week and conquer a variety of opponents. To see the Swiss Cyborg and Celtic Warrior go from unwilling partners to WWE Raw Tag Team Champions was truly impressive.
Oh, man, she's rolling now.
When you talk about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos brothers, Stevens and Patterson, Stevens and Bockwinkel, the Texas Outlaws, the Briscoes, the Blackjacks, the Andersons, and the list goes on and on. When you're part of a tag team, the two partners have to travel together, train together, eat together, and be completely in sync with one another.
Face first off the barricade. Boom!
Tag team competition dates back all the way to the early 1900s. Corey, you mentioned some of the classic duos from sports entertainment's incredible history. In today's WWE, the tag team scene has never been more competitive. I don't know who has the edge when it comes to talent, if it's Raw or SmackDown Live, I think it's too close to call, but all the teams truly think and act as one unit.
I agree, Michael. Teams such as the Usos, American Alpha, Anderson and Gallows, The New Day, the Hardy Boys, Cesaro and Sheamus. I could be here all day naming championship caliber teams. And when the tag team scene is that competitive, you don't know which team will be wearing the gold.
In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalya and Carmella. The rivalry between these women got so intense that Naomi was in Flair and Lynch's corner, and Tamina was in Natalya and Carmella's corner.
I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee could bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back together. Natalya's power set the tone for the match and gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's overconfidence let the Irish last kicker turn the tide and get back into the match. And then it was elementary from there for the Irish-born superstar.
Naomi did an excellent job of making sure any quote-unquote committee nonsense cost her girls the match. Once Becky Lynch got Carmella locked in the disarmor, there was nothing for the Staten Island Princess to do but to tap out. And it didn't take long for that to happen.
Beautiful technique. Oh, nasty impact. Tagged in.
The first ever Women's Royal Rumble match was full of amazing moments, but Nia Jax may have had the best performance of the 29 women who didn't win that match.
I agree, Michael. While Asuka was obviously the true winner of the match, Nia Jax had plenty to be proud of, lasting 18 minutes and single-handedly eliminating 4 competitors.
Nailed it. Fellas, let's go back to Nia Jax's Royal Rumble performance. When it comes to unassisted eliminations, she had the most in the Royal Rumble, tied with Michelle McCool. But here's the thing. McCool was a surprise entrant. 4 women knew to prepare for Nia and still fell to the irresistible force.
Nia Jax set another record that night as 6 women needed to team together to eliminate the irresistible force. And it was 6 of the all-time greats. Asuka, Bayley, Natalya, Trish Stratus, and the Bella Twins.
I don't think there are 2 teams I'd rather see square off against each other right now. This is amazing.
Harsh impact.
Looking for the exclamation point.
She's starting to fight out, guys. She is on fire. For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room have felt that tag team matches should have 2 referees. One referee is in the ring overseeing the action, and the other is located out on the floor, making sure teams follow the rules and do not engage in potentially damaging behavior. I think it's a good idea, something perhaps Mr. McMahon might want to consider.
Ooh, you gotta believe this one's over. Another great tag team match here tonight. I don't think the tag team scene has ever been hotter here in WWE.
Byron, earlier you raised a point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed to tag team matches. I remember WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Gorilla Monsoon used to express his strong advocacy for 2 referees being appointed to tag team matches.
It's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it on occasion, but I think it's best to let the superstars be responsible for themselves. And the appointed official for the match needs to do the job they're paid to do. I don't think it's that much to ask. Boom!
Wicked forearm.
Did you hear that thud?
Looks like she's gonna... Oh, and she makes the tag.
And not a moment too soon, Michael.
Oh, no, we could be looking at a power bomb.
I think you're right, Cole. Look out.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Big slam.
In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalya and Carmella. The rivalry between these women got so intense that Naomi was in Flair and Lynch's corner, and Tamina was in
Man, she knows how to make a comeback. The night could be over for Stephanie McMahon.
We've got to see that again, guys.
So nice, you got to see it twice.
Oh, clothesline!
A lot of pride on the line here in this tag team encounter, but only two of these competitors will end up getting what they came for, the win.
I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee could bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back together. Natalya's power set the tone for the match and gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's overconfidence let the Irish last kicker turn the tide and get back into the match. And then it was elementary from there for the Irish-born superstar.
Naomi did an excellent job of making sure any quote-unquote committee nonsense cost her girls the match. Once Becky Lynch got Carmella locked in the disarmor, there was nothing for the Staten Island Princess to do but to tap out. And it didn't take long for that to happen.
Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment created it.
She's countering nicely now.
Yeah, a second ago, she was almost done. Oh man, she's rolling now.
Neck breaker.
Irish whip. Perhaps a powerbomb here, Corey.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Corey, a few moments ago, you mentioned some of the great tag team finishing moves in sports entertainment history. Don't forget about the 3D from the Dudley Boys, or the double drop kick from the 2017 WWE Hall of Famers, the Rock and Roll Express. In tag team action, like in singles competition, once a duo nails their opponent with their finisher, that should signal the beginning of the end.
It can take a long time for a tag team to decide on a double team finisher, but I agree. A team needs one, and it should be something that can be administered to any opponent. That's when a finishing move is truly effective. And since we're talking about tag teams, remember you and your partner have until the referee's 5 count to execute the move.
Clothesline! Schoolboy! Face crusher! Wicked forearm! Did you hear that thud? Nope, reverses it.
Oh, no! Someone call the orthodontist.
We've seen some great tag team action over the years here in WWE, and I can attest that this is no different.
Ooh, what impact!
When you talk about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos brothers, Stevens and Patterson, Stevens and Bockwinkel, the Texas Outlaws, the Briscoes, the Blackjacks, the Andersons, and the list goes on and on. When you're part of a tag team, the two partners have to travel together, train together, eat together, and be completely in sync with one another.
The tag team scene here in WWE is undergoing a bit of a renaissance, and it's because of action like this.
Tag team competition dates back all the way to the early 1900s. Corey, you mentioned some of the classic duos from sports entertainment's incredible history. In today's WWE, the tag team scene has never been more competitive. I don't know who has the edge when it comes to talent, if it's Raw or SmackDown Live. I think it's too close to call, but all the teams truly think and act as one unit.
I agree, Michael. Teams such as the Usos, American Alpha, Anderson and Gallows, The New Day, the Hardy Boys, Cesaro and Sheamus. I could be here all day naming championship caliber teams. And when the tag team scene is that competitive, you don't know which team will be wearing the gold.
As they tear the features clean off your face. Oof! What a drop kick right to the back.
Backbreaker!
A lot of pride on the line here in this tag team encounter, but only two of these competitors will end up getting what they came for, the win.
Got her with a reversal.
When a superstar is in a tag team match and has endured heavy amounts of punishment, they must find a way back to their corner to tag their partner. Something that they have to try is doing create separation between them and their opponent. That space gives a superstar the ability to move and catch their breath.
Oh, what a backbreaker.
Man, just ugly impact.
Back in from the floor.
Corey, you touched on this before. Part of a tag team's ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment and make their way to their partner when they need to tag out. One way to do that is to create that separation you spoke of so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner.
You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of having a tag team partner if you're not able to get to them when you got to tag out of the match? Getting that separation is key.
I think this is the beginning. Oh, nasty impact.
She can end it here.
This might be it. Oh, my.
The end may be near, folks. I don't think this is how she envisioned this tag team match going.
Well, unfortunately for her, it looks like her night is going to end with a check in the loss column.
Whack! Oh, God.
Look at her go.
Beautiful technique.
Boom, right in the button.
For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room have felt that tag team matches should have two referees. One referee is in the ring overseeing the action, and the other is located out on the floor, making sure teams follow the rules and do not engage in potentially damaging behavior. I think it's a good idea, something perhaps Mr. McMahon might want to consider.
Oh, nasty impact.
Byron, earlier you raised a point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed to tag team matches. I remember WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Gorilla Monsoon used to express his strong advocacy for two referees being appointed to tag team matches.
It's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it on a...
Here we go a second time. Ooh! Boom! What a stomp!
Good grief. Devastating elbow.
Point of the elbow, nailed it. What a punch! This might be it. Oh, my. Beautiful drop kick. She's calling for it. She's looking at it. Full impact.
The game getting absolutely punished right now.
We're going to take another look at this.
I can watch this move over and over.
What a strike. Got the reversal. Using the elbow as a weapon. Ooh. Oh, what a punch.
That's how you stop your opponent.
This isn't looking good for her, guys.
No, it's not, Michael. She looks absolutely out of it.
Ooh, what impact. Bang!
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can win the first fall, that sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up.
I think she's trying to prove a point here.
The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in the 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a brogue kick rocked Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro and Sheamus wanted to continue their domination of Team Extreme, but the Hardys had other ideas as Matt tied things up at 1 fall apiece after a twist of fate on the Swiss sideboard. After a swanton bomb by Jeff Hardy, the match broke down and the 3rd fall was ruled a double countout.
They call Nia Jax the irresistible force, and she's proven that moniker true as she's overpowered the competition in NXT and WWE.
You ain't kidding, Cole. In both NXT and WWE, she'd tear through up-and-coming competitors in just a minute or two. She also turned in some dominating performances against the likes of Bayley, Sasha Banks, Alicia Fox, and Mickie James.
The two of you were discussing Nia Jax being irresistible, and I have to agree. You know, I recently invited Nia to my mother's house and offered to make her some apple pie. And technically, she didn't say no.
That's not what they mean by irresistible, Saxton. As the irresistible force of WWE, that means she plows through competition. Actions speak louder than words, gentlemen.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
Nailed it.
What a forearm. Elbow right to the back of the neck.
Oof.
Oh, my God, a clothesline. Ooh, right in the face.
Destroyed.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Beautiful technique.
Nia Jax did not waste any time in becoming a dominant force in NXT. After cryptic vignettes declared that Nia wasn't like most girls, she proved it by laying waste to NXT's best en route to Women's Championship contendership.
You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now.
Talk about dominating the action. Splash!
I don't think there are 2 teams I'd rather see square off against each other right now. This is amazing.
Going back to Nia Jax NXT days, she really displayed her dominance on her rise to the top, dispatching performers like Liv Morgan and Carmella without much trouble.
I haven't been there for Nia's early days. I can tell you, she was milliseconds away from beating the likes of Bayley and Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. Nia had takeover battles well in hand with both women, but lost due to rookie miscues. Now that she's got more experience, she's earning main event matches and winning titles.
In a tag team contest, a superstar and partner locked up against another duo. Unless there's a special stipulation added to the match, the traditional rules of a singles match apply in terms of winning the match via pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification. Nice neck breaker.
Setting up. She's got something in mind.
Oh, I bet you feel foolish riding her off now.
Here we go. Take a look at this again.
Yeah, that was nice.
Suplex. Big move coming.
Harsh impact. The game getting absolutely punished right now.
Byron, let's get another look at that.
You'll get no argument from me, Michael. Guys, this is tag team competition at its absolute best. Well, nice back rotation suplex. What are we going to see here?
Hung up on a nasty drop.
When she gets in attack mode, look out.
You gotta believe this one's over. Fireman's carry. This doesn't look good, Corey.
Couldn't agree more, Cole. This has got trouble written all over it.
Are you kidding me?
Victory is on the horizon.
Look at this. Frog splash.
Picture perfect.
effectively using the knee.
We have seen her here before.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
She's ended many a match with that move.
Yeah, let's get another look at that.
Another great tag team match here tonight. I don't think the tag team scene has ever been hotter here in WWE.
Comes up big with the reversal. She's looking wobbly, guys.
And I assure you the hazards outside the ring are very, very real.
This is a bad situation.
Whipped into the barricade.
Almost right through it.
How these superstars are even still in this match is beyond me, especially given how intense the match has been.
She wants to do this in the ring. Boom, what impact.
She is on fire.
Oh, perfect kick.
I don't know how much more these superstars can take, guys. You'd have to think something's got to give here soon.
And here we go now. She might have it. Beautiful technique.
Wow, she's fought her way all the way back here.
Let's look at that one again, guys.
Cole, she might win this thing right here.
Gets the tag. We may be looking at a power bomb here.
That's exactly what it looks like to me, Cole. Nailed it.
Ooh, what impact. Oh, look at this. So ruthless.
These superstars wearing the wounds right now of what has been an absolutely thrilling matchup.
Oh, and enziguri.
I don't know how these superstars are doing it right now. They've got to be exhausted. Ooh!
Really working over the body.
Incoming!
Look at this. Nia Jax is letting everyone know exactly how she feels. We've seen some great tag team action over the years here in WWE, and I can attest that this is no different.
In position for a power bomb.
And that's not a good place to be, Cole.
This might be it.
Oh, my. Focused attack on the back.
Look at her go.
The ref got hit hard there.
He may not get back up, Cole.
The steps connect.
That hurt me just watching.
She's on a roll now. Harsh. The steps connect.
That hurt me just watching.
Clobbered by the steps.
That'll make you reassess some things.
Harsh impact.
The tag team scene here in WWE is undergoing a bit of a renaissance, and it's because of action like this.
Irish whip. Looking to end it here.
This could be it.
2, 3.
Now that's an impressive tag team victory.
Let's take another look at these ladies going toe-to-toe.
I don't like to throw around a lot of praise, but my eyes tell me that might have been one of the great matches in recent WWE history. Wow, I haven't seen a match like that in a long time. I might go home and watch a replay. It was that good.
Here are your winners, Ali Young and Van Emma Bourne, Le Femme Fatales.
Quite some back and forth there before finally picking up the win.
These women make an almost unstoppable pairing, Michael.
You got that right, partner. Again, huge win here tonight.